Today, I'll be reading Kwame Alexander's The Crossover. Chapter 1 Warm Up. Dribbling. At the top of the key, I'm moving and grooving, popping and rocking. Why you bumping? Why you locking? Man, take this thumping. Be careful though, 'cause now I'm crunking. Crisscrossing, flossing, flipping, and my dipping will leave you slipping on the floor while I swoop in to the finish with a fierce finger roll. Straight to the hole, swoosh! Josh Bell is my name, but Filthy McNasty is my claim to fame. Folks call me that 'cause my game's acclaimed. So downright dirty, it'll put you to shame. My hair is long, my height's tall. See, I'm the next Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Chris Paul. Remember the greats, my dad likes to gloat. I balls with magic and the goat. But tricks are for kids, I reply. Don't need your pets, my game's so fly. Mom says, your dad's old school. Like an old Chevette, you're fresh and new, like a red Corvette. Your game's so sweet, it's a crepe Suzette. Each time you play, it's all net. If anyone else called me fresh and sweet, I'd burn, mad as a flame. But I know she's only talking about my game. See, when I play ball, I'm on fire. When I shoot, I inspire. The hoop's for sale, and I'm the buyer. How I got my nickname. I'm not that big on jazz music, but Dad is. One day we listened to a CD of a musician named Horace Silver, and Dad says, Josh, this cat is the real deal. Listen to that piano, fast and free, just like you and JB on the court. It's okay, I guess, Dad. Okay? Did you say okay? Boy, you better recognize greatness when you hear it. Horace Silver is one of the hippest, if you shoot half as good as he jams. Dad, no one says hippest anymore. Well, they ought to, 'cause this cat is so hip, when he sits down, he's still standing, he says. You're real funny, Dad. You know what, Josh? What, Dad? I'm dedicating this next song to you. What's the next song? Only the best song, the funkiest song on Silver's Paris Blues album, Filthy McNasty. At first, I didn't like the name because so many kids made fun of me on the school bus, at lunch, in the bathroom. Even Mom had jokes. It fits you perfectly, Josh, she said. You never clean your closet, and that bed of yours is always filled with cookie crumbs and candy wrappers. It's just plain nasty, son. But as I got older and started getting game, the name took on a new meaning. And even though I wasn't into all that jazz, every time I'd score, rebound, or steal a ball, Dad would jump up, smiling and screaming, That's my boy out there. Keep it funky, Filthy. And that made me feel real good about my nickname. Filthy McNasty is a mythical man-child of rather dubious distinction, always agitating, combinating, and elevating his game. He dribbles, fakes, then takes the rock to the glass, fast and on blast. But watch out when he shoots, or you'll get schooled, fooled, uncooled. 'Cause when Filthy gets hot, he has a slammerific shot. It's dunkalicious, classy, supersonic, sassy, and downright in-your-face McNasty. Jordan Bell, my twin brother, is a baller. The only thing he loves more than basketball is betting. If it's 90 degrees outside and the sky is cloudless, he'll bet you it's going to rain. It's annoying and sometimes funny. Jordan insists that everyone call him JB. His favorite basketball player is Michael Jordan, but he doesn't want people to think he's sweating him, even though he is. Evidence. He has one pair of Air Jordan sneakers for every month of the year, including Air Jordan 1 Low Barack Obama limited editions, which he never wears. Plus, he has MJ sheets, pillowcases, slippers, socks, underwear, notebooks, pencils, cups, hats, wristbands, and sunglasses. With the $50 he won from a bet, he and Dad made over whether the Krispy Kreme hot sign was on. It wasn't. He purchased a Michael Jordan toothbrush, only used once, on eBay. He's right. He's not sweating him. He's stalking him. On the way to the game, I'm banished to the back seat with JB, who only stops playing with my locks when I slap him across his bald head with my jockstrap. 5 reasons I have locks. 5. Some of my favorite rappers have them. Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, and Whale. 4. They make me feel like a king. 3. No one else on the team has them. And 2. It helps people know that I am me and not JB. But mostly because 1. Ever since I watched the clip of Dad posterizing that 7-foot Croatian center on ESPN's Best Dunks Ever, soaring through the air, his long twisted hair like wings carrying him high above the rim, I knew one day I'd need my own wings to fly. Mom tells Dad that he has to sit in the top row of the bleachers during the game You're too confrontational, she says. Filthy. Don't forget to follow through on your jump shot, Dad tells me. JB tells Mom, we're almost in high school, so no hugs before the game, please. Dad says, you boys ought to treasure your mother's love. My mom was like gold to me. Yeah, but your mom didn't come to all your games, JB says. And she wasn't the assistant school principal either, I add. Conversation. Dad, do you miss playing basketball? I ask. Like jazz Mrs. Dizzy, he says. Huh? Like hip-hop Mrs. Tupac, Filthy, he says. Oh, but you're still young. You could probably still play, right? My playing days are over, son. My job now is to take care of this family. Don't you get bored sitting around the house all day? Get a job or something. Filthy, what's all this talk about a job? You don't think your old man knows how to handle his business? Boy, I save my basketball money. This family is fine. Yeah, I miss basketball a lot, and I do have some feelers out there about coaching. But honestly, right now, I'm fine coaching this house and keeping up with you and your brother. Now go get JB so we won't be late to the game, and coach benches you. Why don't you ever wear your championship ring? Is this Jeopardy or something? What's with the questions? Yeah, I wear it when I want to floss, Dad smiles. Can I wear it to school once? Can you bounce a ball on the roof, off a tree, and in the hoop? No. Then I guess you're not the man. Only the man wears the ring. Oh, come on, Dad. Tell you what, you bring home the trophy this year, and we'll see. Thanks, Dad. You know, if you get bored, you could always write a book, like Vonnie's mom did. She wrote one about spaceships. A book? What would you have me write about? Maybe a book of those rules we give me and JB for each of our games. I'm the Man by Chuck Bell. Dad laughs. That's lame, Dad, I say. Who you calling lame? Dad says, headlocking me. Dad, tell me again why they called you the man. Filthy, back in the day, I was the boss, never lost. I had the sickest double cross, and I kissed so many pretty ladies they called me lip gloss. Oh, really? Mom says, sneaking up on us like she always seems to do. Yeah, you the man, Dad, I laugh. Then throw my gym bag in the trunk. Basketball rule number 1. In this game of life, your family is the court, and the ball is your heart. No matter how good you are, no matter how down you get, always leave your heart on the court. Chapter 2, first quarter. JB and I are almost 13, twins. 2 basketball goals at opposite ends of the court, identical. It's easy to tell us apart, though. I'm an inch taller, with dreads to my neck. He gets his head shaved once a month. I want to go to Duke. He flaunts Carolina blue. If we didn't love each other, we'd hate each other. He's a shooting guard. I play forward. JB's the second most phenomenal baller on our team. He has the better jumper, but I'm the better slasher, and much faster. We both pass well, especially to each other. To get ready for the season, I went to 3 summer camps. JB only went to 1. Say he didn't want to miss Bible school. What does he think, I'm stupid? Ever since Kim Bazemore kissed him in Sunday school, he's been acting all religious, thinking less and less about basketball and more about girls. At the end of warm-ups, my brother tries to dunk. Not even close, JB. What's the matter? Hoop too high for you? I snicker, but it's not funny to him, especially when I take off from center court, my hair like wings. Each lock lifts me higher and higher, like a 747 zoom zoom. I throw down so hard the fiberglass trembles. Booyah! Dad screams from the top row. I'm the only kid on the team who could do that. The gym is a loud, crowded circus. My stomach is a roller coaster. My head a carousel. The air heavy with the smell of sweat, popcorn, and sweet perfume. Of mothers watching sons. Our mom, a.k.a. Dr. Bell, a.k.a. the assistant principal, is talking to some of the teachers on the other side of the gym. I'm feeling better already. Coach calls us in, does his Phil Jackson impersonation. Love ignites the spirit, brings teams together, he says. JB and I glance at each other, ready to burst out laughing. But Vondi, our best friend, beats us to it. The whistle goes off. Players gather at center circle, dap each other, pound each other. Referee tosses the game ball. Game on. The sportscaster. JB likes to taunt and trash talk during games like Dad used to do when he played. When I walk onto the court, I prefer silence so I can watch, react, surprise. I talk too, mostly to myself, like sometimes when I do my own play-by-play in my head. Josh's play-by-play. It's game 3 for the 2-0 Wildcats. Number 17, Vonnie Little grabs it. Nothing little about that kid. Wildcats have it. First play of the game. The hopes are high tonight at Reggie Lewis Junior High. We destroyed Hoover Middle last week, 32-4, and we won't stop, can't stop, till we claim the championship trophy. Vondi overhead passes me. I fling a quick chest pass to my twin brother JB, number 23, a.k.a. the jumper. I've seen him launch it from 30 feet before, all net. That boy's special, and it doesn't hurt that Chuck Demand Bell is his father, and mine too. JB bounces the ball back to me. JB's a shooter, and I'm sneaky and silky as a snake, and you thought my hair was long. I'm 6 feet, all legs. Oh, wow, you see that nasty crossover? Now you see why they call me filthy. Folks, I hope you got your tickets, 'cause I'm about to put on a show. Crossover. Now, a simple basketball move in which a player dribbles the ball quickly from one hand to the other. As in, when done right, a crossover can break an opponent's ankles. As in, Dayron Williams' crossover is nice, but Allen Iverson's crossover was so deadly, he could have set up his own podiatry practice. As in, Dad taught me how to give a soft cross first to see if your opponent falls for it, then hit him with the hard crossover. The show. A quick shoulder shake, a slick eye fake, number 28 is way past late. He's reading me like a book, but I turn the page and watch him look, which should only mean I got him shook. His feet are the bank and I'm the crook. Break, take him to the left, now he's took. Number 14 joins in, now he's on the hook. I got 2 in the kitchen, I'm fixing to cook, prepping my meal, ready for glass, nobody expecting filthy to pass. I see Vondi under the hoop, so I serve him up my alley-oop. The bet, part 1. We're down by 7 at halftime. Trouble owns our faces, but coach isn't worried. Says we haven't found our rhythm yet. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Vondi starts dancing the snake, only he looks like a seal. Then coach blasts his favorite dance music. Before you know it, we're all doing the cha-cha slide. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 1 hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. JB high-fives me with a familiar look. You want to bet, don't you? I ask. Yep, he says, then touches my hair. Oh, to my hair. If my hair were a tree, I'd climb it. I'd kneel down beneath it and enshrine it. I'd treat it like gold and then mine it. Each day before school, I unwind it, and right before games, I entwine it. These locks on my head, I designed it. One last thing, if you don't mind it, that bet you just made, I decline it. The bet, part 2. If I lose the bet, you want to what? If the score gets tied, he says. And if it comes down to the last shot, he says. And if I get the ball, he says. And if I don't miss, he says, I get to cut off your hair. Sure, I say as serious as a heart attack. You can cut my locks off, but if I win the bet, you have to walk around with no pants on tomorrow in school during lunch. Vondi and the rest of the gut fellas laugh like hyenas, not to be outdone. JB revised the bet. Okay, he says, how about if you lose, I cut one lock, and if you win, I'll moon that nerdy group of 6th graders that sit near our table at lunch. Even though I used to be one of those nerdy groups of 6th graders. Even though I love my hair the way Dad loves Krispy Kreme. Even though I don't want us to lose the game, odds are this is one of JB's legendary bets I'll win. Because that is a lot of ifs. The game is tied when JB's soft jumper sails, tick, through the air, tuck. The crowd stills, tick, mouths drop, tuck. And when his last second shot, tick, hits net, tuck, the clock stops. The gym explodes, its hard bleachers empty, and my head aches. In the locker room, after the game, JB cackles like a crow. He walks up to me grinning, holds his hand out so I can see the red scissors from Coach's desk, smiling at me. Their steel blades sharp and ready. I love this game, like the winter loves snow. Even though I spent the final quarter in foul trouble on the bench, JB was on fire, and we won, and I lost the bet. Cut. Time to pay up, filthy, JB says, laughing and waving the scissors in the air like a flag. My teammates gather around his loop. Filthy, 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 they chant. He opens the scissors, grabs my hair to slash a strand. I don't hear my golden lock hit the floor, but I do hear the sound of calamity when Vondi hollers, oh snap! Calamity, noun. An unexpected, undesirable event, often physically injurious. As in, if JB hadn't been acting so silly and playing around, he would have cut 1 lock instead of 5 from my head and avoided this calamity. As in, the huge bald patch on the side of my head is a dreadful calamity. As in, after the game, Mom almost has a fit when she sees my hair. What a calamity, she says. shaking her head, and telling Dad to take me to the barbershop on Saturday to have the rest cut off. And that's where we'll stop it for now. If you enjoy this book, it's Kwame Alexander's The Crossover. There's also a book called The Rebound that features his dad as a young boy, seeing how his dad became a star basketball player. There's also the Book of Rules that the dad fictionally made up as well. Great series, highly recommend. All right, this has been Jason Sharp. Hope you enjoy.